Hello, amazing people. How are you guys doing today? Okay, I'm here with another very interesting story. Okay, I think it's a breaking story, really, because it just happened a few hours ago. And based on the tradition of this channel, we have promised that whenever we find any breaking story, we will do our best to bring it to your doorstep. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay, this is a woman who blessed the world with her voice, but suffered in silence behind closed door. This story is about this woman. Today, we honor the memory of Osinachi Nwachukwu and uncover the painful lessons her tragic death teaches all of us. And when I say all of us, I mean every one of us. Okay? Osinachi Nwachukwu, a name that once lit up the world of gospel music. A voice carried so much anointing, that voice carries so much anointing and stirred millions to worship. Through songs like Ekwueme, yes, I remember that song, even though I may not know the meanings of all the words there, but I just knew that Ekwueme, whenever I listen to that song, I don't know if I should call it goosebump or whatever, but there's just that feeling that I feel from that, the sound of that, the melody of that voice in that song, Ekwueme. Okay, so through her songs like Ekwueme and many others, she became the toast of gospel music lovers across Nigeria, Africa, and beyond. Behind that angelic voice, however, lay a woman battling storms no one could bear or no one could hear. For years, Osinachi endured the harsh reality of physical, emotional, and psychological abuse at the hands of her husband, Peter Nwachukwu. While she smiled on stage and brought joy to millions, she returned home to pain, suffering, and torment. Those closest to her, I'm talking about family members, friends, even neighbors, had long suspected that all was not well. There was whispers of beatings, threats, emotional torture. But Osinachi stayed, believing perhaps that things might change. Sadly, things did not change. Yeah, very unfortunately, things did not change. On April 8th, 2022, Osinachi's light, was snuffed out, honestly, in a very gruesome way. Her sudden pie shocked the world, and fingers immediately pointed at one person who should have protected her husband. Many believe that the years of persistent abuse contributed directly to her untimely death. Today, after nearly 2 years of intense legal battle, the truth has been laid bare before the world. At the High Court of Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Justice Njideka Onwusu Iheme delivered a landmark judgment. Peter Nwachukwu, husband of late Osinachi, has been found guilty of culpable homicide and sentenced to death by hanging. The court's decision was not made lightly. 17 witnesses were called, including two of Osinachi's own children, and 25 exhibits tendered by the prosecution painted a chilling picture of persistent cruelty and abuse. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Despite Peter Nwachukwu pleading not guilty and bringing forward his own witnesses, the weight of the evidence was overwhelming, very, very overwhelming. The court ruled that the prosecution had proved its case beyond reasonable doubt. That is it. It has crossed the threshold of reasonable doubt. Okay? So could this death have been avoided? My honest answer is yes. If only Osinachi had walked away when the abuse began. If only she had heeded the pleas of loved ones urging her to leave. If only she had chosen herself, her life, above the societal pressure to endure a toxic marriage. Now it is too late. Yes, too late because she's no more with us. She's gone, leaving behind her children to face a cruel world, now without their mother, and soon without their father too. Though there is room for appeal, the reality remains a beautiful life has been lost and the wounds run deep. Honestly, the wounds are running so deep. As we reflect on today's judgment, hard questions stare us in the face. What lessons can women and even men trapped in abusive marriages learn from all of this? And I think this is the real essence of this video I'm making at this time. So you better listen. Be you a man or woman, okay? What could have been done differently? And more importantly, what must we do to ensure another soul is not lost in silence? Here are some of the bitter but necessary lessons that I have drawn from this whole story, and I believe they will all resonate with you and be useful to every one of us that find themselves in that kind of toxic or abusive relationship or marriage. Number one, you see, love should not hurt. Any relationship where there is persistent physical, emotional, or mental abuse must not be endured. Love that leaves bruises is not love at all. Honestly, it cannot be love. Number two, listen to warnings. When family or friends raise concerns, it is not always out of jealousy or malice, because that is what a lot of people are quick to say. You won't push me off my marriage now. You won't push me. You know how to get this wife. You know how to get this. We bring in all sort of primordial sentiments. We say they are jealous of us. That is malice. Okay, so I'm saying we must listen to such warnings, because when family and friends raise concerns, like I said, it is not always out of jealousy or malice. Sometimes it is because they see what the blinded heart refuses to see. You know, when a man and a woman, when they're in love, sometimes they are so blinded that they can't see anything. It is those outside, the close friends, the family members, that says deeper and deeper. So the So number three, your life come first. You must put your life first. Marriage is honorable, but life is irreplaceable. Yeah, we agree. Marriage is very honorable, but life is irreplaceable. Once a life is snuffed out, you cannot replace it. No cultural or religious obligation should keep anyone bound to a situation that threatens their very existence. And I mean what I'm saying right here. Okay? Number four, speak up, seek help, leave if necessary. Silence can be deadly. There's no shame in choosing survival over suffering. Number five, raise awareness. A society, as a society, we must stop glorifying endurance in toxic marriage. We must realize and even prioritize healing, safety, okay, and mental well-being over appearances. So this brings me to this question now. Does Peter Nwachukwu deserve the sentence handed down today? Yes, I know you want to hear my opinion on this. That is a question, for me, only the scales of justice can fully answer. But one thing is clear. Actions have consequences. Every action has consequences. And today, yes, today, the consequences of unchecked cruelty have come to full circle. That is just the way I want to leave it. So our heart goes out, to the family and children of Osinachi. May they find strength, healing, and peace in the midst of this storm. Osinachi's voice may be silent today, but her story still speaks, and very loudly also. May it echo in our hearts as a warning, a call to courage, and a reminder that no one should endure love that hurts. Exactly. If what you get in a relationship that you call love is hurt, perpetual hurt, pain, bruises, I tell you, my brother, my sister, okay, you cannot endure such love. That cannot be love, I tell you. And I'm speaking from experience here. Any love that causes bruises, that causes pain, that causes agony, that causes beatings, that causes mental torture, and all those vices that you already know. I tell you, based on my experience and from my experience, it can never be love. And such love must be rejected. So with this, I want to say, rest on, Osinachi. Your song lives forever. Thank you. So you may call this a sort of tribute, okay, but I just felt that having seen this story, that broke some hours ago, I just felt I should make this reaction so that people who come to this channel, we, I mean, have some lessons, hard lessons to pick out from the whole scenario. Once again, may her soul rest in peace, and may we that are alive today, learn the hard lessons so that we don't fall victim of situations like this. And by the grace of God, I believe that none of us will ever find ourselves in this sort of relationship, okay, or marriage. Thank you so much, for listening to this video up to this time. I want to really say I appreciate you for doing this, especially those of you who share our videos, those of you who like our videos, and those of you who always subscribe to this channel. Even as I see a couple of you new subscribers that are coming on board every day, I want to say God bless you all for all you do for this channel. And this is where I'm going to leave it. Should you have a comment or reaction to make, please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your remark there. Hopefully, I'm going to meet you right there. God bless you and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.